Hello friends, this is Colonel Mohinder Pal Singh, Director AMAS Training. In this video, I am going to talk about the OLQs and how to develop OLQs as a candidate who is going for SSBs. Most of the times, though the candidates are aware about these OLQs because the internet is abuzz with these 15 names, but they do not know how these OLQs are judged and how these OLQs we can develop in ourselves when you go for SSB. In our times when we went, we never knew what are the OLQs. It's only when we went to SSB at the end of it, they told us, look, these are the 15 OLQs in which you are judged. Oh, then we realized, okay, fine. So these are the leadership traits. So OLQs is nothing but leadership traits which we see as an assessor in each candidate. Now, coming to the names, you can see on the screen, right? And these are the 15 OLQs. They are divided into 4 factors. And the 4 factors are namely the factor 1, which talks of intelligence qualities and planning and organizing abilities. Factor 2 talks about their social adjustment qualities. Factor 3 talks about their effective qualities, social effectiveness. And factor 4 talks about their dynamic qualities, which like qualities like courage and determination. Now, just by reading the names, you don't develop these qualities. The moot question which each SSB candidate is battling is how to develop these qualities. So in this video, I am going to talk of the methods you can adopt in developing these qualities. Without even knowing about these qualities, you can develop them in you. What are the methods? First and foremost is the method of emulating the leaders. Look around you. You may have so many people who are in the leadership roles. If you are a school, you're studying in a school, look who's appointed as the school captain, as the house captains, whom the teachers, whom the principals are entrusting with these the leadership roles. Try to emulate them. Try to see how they take, how they plan, how they organize events. These are the leadership traits. How they talk to each other, how they take the team along with you, right? These are the leadership traits. So first is emulate the leaders. Look around who around you are in the leadership role. At times you may know about some army officers, some young army officers. They on the daily basis are using these leadership roles in leading the men. So know about that, try to emulate them, try to see how they handle the things, how they handle various aspects from day to day point of view. This way you will be able to pick up a lot of positivity, a lot of these traits in yourself. Second way of developing the leadership qualities is read about the great leaders. Read about the military leaders because you are wanting to be a military leader. Otherwise, read about in general about the leaders. You can read about Vivekananda, you can read about APJ Abdul Kalam, you can read about army generals. So many biographies are full, books are there. So pick up some books and then read those books to develop, to understand how these great leaders behaved, how these great leaders led from the front. That way you will start learning and building up these OLQs in yourself. Third and the most effective method today is available to us, audiovisual. There are a number of movies which have been formed on military operations, military tasks. To name a few, you can see a movie called K-19, you can see a movie Invictus, you can see the movie We the Soldiers, Platoon, and there's so many other military movies which if you see with the perspective of learning how the leaders have led their men, you will understand what are the leadership traits. Don't just go by improving these 15 OLQs. Go by improving yourself as a leader. And the last thing which you can do is when you are a student in school and college, accept the leadership roles. Don't run away from them. At times I've seen a lot of good students who are very good in academics. They do not want to be part of the leadership roles in the school or college. They just want to focus on their studies. That's fine. But how do you develop your leadership traits if you don't take responsibility? Right? So go to your teachers, go to your mentors, tell them I'm ready to accept the role, take the role and then execute the task as they tell you. This is how the leadership traits are going to be honed in you. It cannot be honed by just looking at these 15 names and thinking that I will now next time I go for SSB, I'm not going to show this. It is not going to be ingrained in you unless you take the initiative, take the responsibility, adopt the leadership roles in yourself, and then see these traits automatically coming in you. Right? So I request each of the candidates, just don't go by reading these 15 OLQs and start thinking and start asking, like they start asking me, sir, how do I improve this? You take the leadership roles in your respective places, whether you are in a workplace or a student, and these traits will automatically develop in you. Not by reading about a trait and thinking next time I go for SSB, I will show this. If you don't have it, you cannot show it. I repeat, if you don't have the leadership traits, you cannot fudge, you cannot fool, you can't put a facade. So the answer lies in developing this leadership trait and not to create a facade that when I go for SSB, I am going to show these traits. If you don't have it, the assessors out there are reasonably well trained, very well trained. They will see through your facade. So my earnest request to all these SSB aspirants is develop these traits and don't think of copy paste, or don't think of magic, or don't think of just read this qualities and we'll show it there. If you have it, you only then you can show it. So the answer lies in developing these traits and not in just to show these traits. When you develop these traits inside you, they will be automatically come out in every aspect of SSB, whether it is a psych test, whether it is the interview, or it is the GTO task on the ground. These aspects will get displayed automatically when you have it in you. So all the best. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll continue to bring in more insight into the SSB, the whole program of SSB. I'll keep giving you more insight. Follow our channel, AMAS Training, and as you are all aware, our batches are open. We are in a big way gone into online mode, and we are just hoping that this pandemic gets over and we come back into the classroom mode. So all the best to you guys who are there, and thank you very much. Jai Hind.